It's Rich back with you for another video. We have a 1982 421C. This is a super low time 421, 2,700 and change total time. We're gonna take it up and do a couple of maintenance checks before we take it in for annual. We'll be listing it for sale soon. We'll take you along for the ride.
Number 4 Delta Charlie, runway 30, cleared for takeoff, C direction.
Clear for takeoff 30, 4 Delta Charlie. Will be a left turn out over the harbor.
Roger.
Bumps are on.
Remain this frequency, same tension.
That's up.
A taxi to
Right in the sun.
Roger. Cross runway 26 left to Juliet 2, then via Foxtrot to signature. Foxtrot to signature, runway 835. Number 13 Lima, turn base now, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Turning base 26 left, clear to land, 13 Lima.
Number 1 Lima Papa, runway 26 right, clear to land.
26 right, clear to land, and request short approach, 1 Lima Papa.
Number 1 Lima Papa, approved as requested.
1 Lima Papa.
Looks good. Engine ins look good.
Number 300 Juliet, follow traffic, mile and a half final, runway 26 left, clear to land. Correction, number 93 Juliet, I forgot you were inbound for 26 right. Continue inbound for midfield down under runway 26 right. Cross 26 left to Juliet, then via Foxtrot, runway 835. Number 300 Juliet, runway 26 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 26 right, 39 Juliet.
Number 4 Delta Charlie, frequency change approved.
4 Delta Charlie, roger.
Number 3 Delta Golf, runway 26 left, clear to land.
What a pretty night.
So clear.
3 for any forward low departure.
Number 1 Lima Papa, contact ground.
Contact ground, roger, thank you.
Traffic 12 o'clock, 3 miles in, circling out there. I'm not talking to him, indicating 3400.
Okay, we'll be looking and climb to prove for 4 Delta Charlie.
1266 direct dots.
Direct dots, C9 1266.
SoCal Twin Cessna 264 Delta Charlie's climbing out of 3,500 up to 12.5 over Catalina for a maintenance check and then to Hawthorne.
264 Delta Charlie, SoCal 1 Beach, altimeter 299 T, the traffic off your left wing at a half mile.
Yes, sir. Okay, climbing off of Long Beach. We're going out over Catalina. We're going to do a few maintenance checks on this 1982 421C. And we're getting ready to annual the airplane and prep it for putting it on the market, so you'll see it online soon. This is a pretty unique 421C because it's only got roughly 2,750 hours total time. I really like low time airframes, especially in this category. You know, the 421s, you've got a late serial number. It's 1980 or newer, so it has the trailing link gear. Low airframe time. Like, I can't remember one this low time for a long time. You know, these airplanes just keep getting more time on them, and so to find one with this low time is pretty unique. And then, you know, I was noticing climbing out that I didn't even have the autopilot on, and you know, you get it set up right, and it's so stable, and so it's almost like the autopilot's on. And I'm not saying that a lot of 421s aren't like that, but the low time ones, you can just tell. I can just tell that they really fly just a little tighter, just a little bit different, just a little more true. And so that's why I really like them. And then you can, again, as I've said many times in videos, you can feel good about investing money in them. Because as I said before, that's one thing you can't do is turn back the clock.
EBS 903 heavy contact LA center 132.85.
So this airplane, again, 2,700 total. The props have just been overhauled. One engine has like 600 hours, the other one has 350 hours. New panel, G600, 750, 650. Got the EDM, I think that's a 900. Engine monitor, a couple of transponders. It's got flight stream. Got an EX500 that I think, you know, mostly it's probably for the radar. I mean, it's a moving map display, but it's also the radar screen.
Passing just overhead, climbing out of
Audio panel.
Climb and maintain 15,000.
Standby 275. Got speed brakes, or spoilers. It's got fire extinguishers for the engines, USB ports, Autopilot instruments. And that's all nice stuff, it really is. Nice panel, looks like a really nice installation. But to me, the crown jewel of this particular 421C is the low time. And I'll take a quick look here as we're climbing. The pressurization is doing just fine. Holding basically sea level and the differentials climbing. That's what we like to see. I'm sure this cabin's pretty tight. Actually, we've had really good experience with 421s over the years as far as cabins being pretty tight. So this thing's running really good. AC's nice and cold. It's just a no excuses, really nice 421C. So I'm excited to fly because it's such low time. These 421s are just a pleasure to fly, no matter how much time they're on them. 4 Delta Charlie just making a westbound turn now. And then by the time we turn back and go to the other end of the island, we're ready to come turn in. Okay, so we're passing 8,200 feet. I've got it at 30.5 inches, about 1,800 RPMs, about 24 gallons an hour on the engines, and 125 knots in the climb. That's getting us about 1,000. It's about 700 feet a minute, which the book says 115 to 140. But I got a nice cruise climb going here because I'm really watching the pressurization. Presurization's doing pretty nice. But all these twin Cessna or 421Cs, you're gonna get 200 knots, 40 gallons an hour is kind of a benchmark. If you go up high, above 20, I think the book's somewhere in the 220 knot range, and then you'd be in closer to 44 gallons an hour. But they all have great useful loads. They're known for very comfortable cabins, quiet, stable, roomy, comfortable. It's really great airplanes. We're going to climb to 12.5, and we'll do a quick cruise check when we get to 12.5 and let you know what the speeds are and get it dialed up in there, and then we'll descend down into Hawthorne. We haven't gone to Hawthorne in a while. We're going to shoot a GPS approach into Hawthorne that takes you right alongside LAX. That should be pretty cool. Okay, one thing I didn't mention on the avionics is the S-Tech 3100 Autopilot. And I haven't flown this Autopilot as much as I've flown the GFC 5, 600, 700, but the people that I know that have this are very happy with it, and the integration into to the Garmin system is really good. I got it in heading mode. We're climbing on an indicated airspeed up to 12.5, and it's integrating everything into the G600 just like the Garmin would. So we'll maybe shoot the approach on this Autopilot if I can figure it out. But it's a very good Autopilot with the same level, in my opinion, same level of integration really as the GFC 500. Maybe a few things missing, but for the most part, really good Autopilot, very well integrated with the G600.
Okay, climb and maintain 17,000.
Maintain 17,000, GPS 905.
So one of the things we're checking, we leveled off at 12.5, is the pressurization. So it's holding basically the sea level. This is max differential, so to achieve basically max differential. And the cabin's level, and that's one thing that we, we really like to check. Now we can do that on the ground to some degree and check leaks, but this one, as I suspected, is a tight cabin. Now we're gonna set it up in cruise here. And I'm just gonna use 30 inches, 18, 20. I'm gonna bring the fuel flows back to 20 gallons. Watch it accelerate here once we get level.
4092.
Okay, so ramp says that, call it 15,000 feet. We could go to 32 inches, but we're gonna go to 30, 1800 RPMs.
Well, then 2809.
Right about 20 gallons an hour is what we should be burning. 1650 on the TIT. We're well below that. So I could come down if I wanted to. We're at 190 knots in the turn there. About 70% power, what I have set. Max ITT 1650. We're well below that. And the cylinder's 420 max. And we're at about. Hottest one's 360. We're pushing 200 knots.
3285.
Nice and smooth. Quiet, comfortable. What do you? I mean, beautiful flight. I mean, if you take your.
No noise canceling needed.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in the back, wear a headset.
I'm with you. Every time there's a 421, I'm excited.
It's just like.
Easy. It's just nice.
They just did it right, They just whoever designed this airplane, or the team, they got it right. And this is the final evolution of the 421s. This 1980 or newer 421C, and to me, that's the one to look for. So this is gonna be a nice listing. By the time you see this video, who knows? May have a deal on it. I have several people that are kind of kicking around 421s, and this would be a real good one to get your hands on, so you can check it out more on the listing. And the price and all that'll be on there. We haven't set the price yet, but we're gonna head down and we're gonna try to shoot a full GPS approach, practice approach into Hawthorne, and we're gonna try to do it all on the Autopilot. But all the systems in this airplane are working really good. I got a couple of little things to point out to our maintenance guys, but that's about it. Okay, so let me call up SoCal and tell them we're ready to start on our way down. I'm gonna pull a couple inches of power off here, start off. And 264 Delta Charlie's ready to turn for Seal Beach if we could, and commence the approach from there.
264 Delta Charlie, turn right direct Seal Beach, descend via 4, maintain 5,500.
Right turn direct Seal Beach, and you said 4,500?
5,500.
5.5, roger. 5,500 set. Boilers are out. Then we're going to go to direct Seal Beach. Flight plan. Direct, activate, nav. Now these speed brakes, like in this situation, I wouldn't normally be in this situation, but we got to descend down. I don't have a Bravo clearance, got to get below the Bravo. But I didn't.
Delta Charlie, you gonna get below the Bravo?
Yes, sir. 264 Delta Charlie.
64 Delta Charlie, have a good night. Contact approach 125.35. Let them know you're going to Seal Beach and trying to set up for an approach.
Will do. Thanks for your help. 4 Delta Charlie.
Bravo route?
Like I said, I wouldn't normally descend this steep, but again, I've got the power still up at about 26 inches.
Yeah, that sounds like a great plan.
I got the spoilers out, and we're only doing 175 knots going downhill at 1,500 feet a minute. 1,600 feet a minute. Because I got to get below the Bravo.
Underneath it, 07 direct Seal Beach, descend and maintain. We'll do 5,000 for now. This is southwest underneath you on the Long Beach localizer at 4,000.
SoCal Twin Cessna 264 Delta Charlie's descending at a 7.7 for 5.5 direct Seal Beach.
4 Delta Charlie, SoCal approach, roger, thanks. And what approach did you want?
That RNAV approach 25 into Hawthorne. Kind of got, so what I need to do is go to my flight plan and I need to activate it. See how here it's in the en route, so it's kind of got me screwed up here, so I need to choose direct Seal Beach to the inside the approach segment. That'll activate the approach for me. That's going to look a lot better there. Okay, we're below the Bravo, and that's looking good.
94 Southwest 33. 4 Delta Charlie, roger. Go ahead and descend to 3500.
3500, roger.
Archer 130 Juliet Mike, SoCal approach, go ahead. And VFR climb to 5,500 approved. Altimeter 29993. 4 Delta Charlie, connect approach 124.9.
24.9, 4 Delta Charlie.
264 Delta Charlie, SoCal approach, after Seal Beach, fly heading 360, expect a straight in approach, 25 in a Hawthorne.
After Seal Beach, 360 for the straight in. Can we get the practice approach or not?
Yeah, you can expect it. Which one? Low?
The GPS approach, we could get it.
Okay, you can expect it.
Okay, after Seal Beach, we'll go to 360 on heading. Okay, so after Seal Beach, I'm going to go to heading mode, and I'll activate vectors to final, because he's going to give it to us via vectors. 500 go for 3,500. Lights are all on. Here the going into altitude capture. 3,500. There's the alert. 200 to go. That's going into capture. Clear for the practice approach at Seal Beach. 264 Delta Charlie. So now he's going to change his mind, so I'm just going to hit the approach button. Make that turn. And Wells, and we're cleared for the approach, so I'm going to dial 1500 in.
JetBlue 1538, 10-9, left 25 left, 259.
Yeah, this does here. Got a top of descent here. 2700 at Wells. Pumps are on. Okay, I'm going to get rid of these. Put flaps out. Approach. Autopilot's handling that well. Checklists are done, except for the final approach fix. Pumps are up. Those for later. Everything looks good. Now, I'm in kind of no man's land here with this autopilot because I haven't shot an approach with it. So let's see how it does. Here's my vertical track. 4 Delta Charlie has November.
4 Delta Charlie, roger.
Estimation November, time 02512, observation. Wind 260 at 7, visibility 10.
You're out. 20 inches. About right where I want to be. 20 inches. The altitude capture at 1500. At Hashi. Good. I mean, I got some questions about this autopilot, but generally speaking, I'm impressed. Very impressed. Hawthorne is
0.9 JetBlue 1569. Good day.
20.1.
Alaska 285, reduce speed 21, advise the field.
21.1.
Reduce to 210 and
Let's see the field.
285.
4 Delta Charlie, contact Hawthorne Tower 121.1. Good day.
Good day. 4 Delta Charlie. Hawthorne Twin Cessna 264 Delta Charlie is with you for 25 full stop.
Cessna 264 Delta Charlie, Hawthorne Tower, runway 25 and 2407, clear to land.
Clear to land 25, 4 Delta Charlie. Gears down, flaps. I'll bring the mixtures up, pumps are on. Here comes the glide path. Here it comes down the glide path. Pretty good. Pretty nice. I can do well with this autopilot. Let's get landing lights on. Gears down, 3 green. Mixtures are up. Pumps are on. Other notch of flaps here.
72 Alpha Whiskey, 12 miles to the east, descending.
Minimums are right about here. Autopilot's off. Flap selected.
Sling 972 Alpha Whiskey, Hawthorne Tower.
Got gear down, 3
Main
green.
intentions.
Cabin's depressurized.
Going to the FBO, 2 Alpha Whiskey.
I could just leave this power setting
It's up to 6 miles straight in. I got to bring aircraft in.
pretty much alone on the power until
you
we
want me to position for 6 miles
flare.
straight in, 2 Alpha Whiskey?
2 Alpha Whiskey, affirmative.
Okay, we'll position for 6 miles straight in, 2 Alpha Whiskey.
Seven 3 Sierra Tango Hawthorne ground. Stereo 732 Sierra Tango, you looking at taxi runway?
Over the threshold, power to idle.
732 Sierra Tango, roger, runway 25 taxi Sierra. Sierra 229 Juliet, enter left base, runway 25, make sure to approach runway 25, line 240 at 6, clear to land.
Pretty easy.
Alright, enter left base and
Nice.
approach.
Okay, so that was a cool flight. I'm not an expert on the 3100 Autopilot, but from what I saw, it's nice. Integration seemed like it's pretty close to what the Garmin Autopilots are. Maybe a couple things but could be user error too. I need to get somebody to kind of show me how to use it a little better. All in all, man, what a nice flying airplane. I mean, the thing is, you can feel the low time. I'm very impressed with it. Keep an eye on our website for details, or if you're interested, you see the video, send me a message, and we'll give you the status. Hope you enjoyed the flight. Thanks for watching.